So I'm gonna do a little update here to the other video. Actually, I haven't even uploaded that one yet, but so I built a closet. This is the other side of the tub. Got it almost rough plumbing in. Brother-in-law or future brother-in-law, he put some sheetrock up. This is the bedroom, small bedroom, but you know, it's got the bathroom, it's got the shower, laundry room. I don't know if you can see in here. It's got wire coming down for a light. He forgot to run the wire down from the light for the other one. So I got some hunting to do. That's the shower stall roughed in. Haven't got the sheetrock up yet. But when my daughter says it's time to go home, it's time to go home. So it's coming. It's coming along. There's a screen there. Daughter's job was to put all the screens in all the rooms. And there's a screen. Know where it goes. My daughter's a good girl. She always does her projects. She always doesn't complete them 100%. She always... I had her build this. It was $50 at Big Lots. And it has a couple of pieces missing. They're over here. And it wiggles a little bit. You know, if you're going to do a project, why do it 100%? Yeah. What can I say? So, this is of course the living room. It's the last room that we worked on. And I got this. I got these windows that leak. And got this wall to do. I'm gonna jack up the ceiling and put in a beam. I'm gonna put a bunch of 2x up top. And you can see that slope there is because they have such a wide span. This is about 8 feet 6 inches, and they just figured they could just hang it there. You've got the rafters from the old trailer on the other side, and you got this ceiling sitting on, I don't know. So that's another project coming. Ordered the wood for it, and I'm going to do an archway with an opening, probably like a bar wall, and or something like that, a half wall. Then a TV can go right on that wall, the bottom half, and that's the plan for the moment. And then that brings us into the room I'm working on now. This is I'm going to be calling the weed room, W-E-E-D-S room. Now you can use your own interpretation of what that means, but essentially it means I'm going to be growing microgreens in this room, and maybe some other things. But microgreens is a big thing now in the area, and so you know, it's a fairly large room. It's almost 12 feet wide by 13 feet, and the walls were putrid. Not quite vomit colored, but close to it. And I'm putting sheetrock over the existing wall, running new lights, ceiling fan. It's got the approved box for the ceiling fan into a beam, and all the outlets in this room are going to be on ground fault breakers, and it's going to work out well. It had a sub panel in this room, and then the wires kind of ran in all directions, and none of them made any sense. So this is my sunset wall. You can look out and see the sunset. Yeah, through all that. that's the garage. To pay somebody to remove all that. But nice stove upside down. Yeah. Here's the panel. It had that panel on it as a sub panel. I'm going to use that for my generator panel to tie my generator back into my transfer switch. This thing on the wall is it's a big capacitor essentially, and it sits. Gotta get in there and you can read it if you wish. Bought a couple of these a while ago, and they essentially go on the furthest connection from your panel, which is actually the kitchen, but this is a sub panel, so it has a ground bar on the side, and you put the grounds into that bar, and it's separate from the neutral bar, which is always confuses people, but it is what it is. This black cable hanging down is actually the generator line going to the transfer switch. And I'm going to close this room in. This is going to be a closet where the power panel is, and futures might be where the inverter will go and some batteries. We'll see. But that's where my progress is at. I've got plumbing coming in from the shower, so I can have a sink here. I'm going to use the old countertop they had in the kitchen in here for a sink, and the old sink here. And yeah, it's coming along. They have that cellulose stuff. This is that cellulose stuff up on the ceiling, so every time I disturb the ceiling I get showered with. At least it's not mouse poop. Happy tubers!